Hi, my name is Gerhard Schwann, and welcome to Selling Power TV. Today we have the great pleasure of meeting with Ryan O'Hara, and he is VP of Marketing Growth with LeadIQ.
Thanks for having me.
Welcome.
It's exciting. I feel like you're going to hit me with some hard-hitting questions here.
Well, what is the secret sauce to the rapid growth of LeadIQ?
I think one thing that's really helped us is for a couple years when we were first doing stuff, all these companies that come out of Silicon Valley try and have home run hits all the time. They want to have big wins. They want to do stuff that scales. Our approach has been very different. It's really been focused on like little wins every day. So we chip away. It's like cutting down a forest sort of. Every day, let's say there's 220 business days in a year. If I have one win every day, that's 220 wins a year. If I hire someone else, they have 220 wins a day. That's 440 wins. We've just been slowly kind of working on getting little wins every day with everyone on the team. And as a result, it's helped us a lot with growing this year. Another part that we do is our sales and marketing is aligned super awesomely. Like we as a marketing team, I run our marketing stuff, we push our reps to be faces of our brand. If you look at all our content online, our reps are the people that are in the content. It drives me nuts when I talk to these sales orgs that are out there and they go and tell us like, I have my rep, I don't really trust, like marketing people will be like, I don't trust the sales rep talking to people. Mm-hmm. It's like you trust them working multi-million-dollar deals, but you don't trust them talking to thousands of customers at once. That's a problem. So we've really tried to embrace that and build brands around all the different reps that we have on our team. And it's been helping us a lot.
So you want the sales rep to be the brand ambassador, and you want the customer to become the customer advocate.
Yeah, exactly. And the cool part is the people that come in our pipeline, they don't just buy LeadIQ because of what our service does. They buy it because they believe in what we do. And we believe that when you're prospecting someone, it should be noble, it should feel good. And with that, what you should be doing is you should be researching your prospect first, talking about them more than you, and then figuring out how to capitalize on that and match up the value proposition with whatever they're needing.
So for those who don't know LeadIQ yet, describe the service.
So what we tried to do is focus on where are reps working. Most of them aren't working the CRM. They're working off of sites like LinkedIn. They might be on a company blog, a website. What we do is we take first name, last name, and company name, and we look all over the internet and try and find contact information for you. And we'll tell you if they're already in your CRM without you having to go log into Salesforce. We'll tell you if they're in SalesLoft Outreach, if you're using one of those guys. You can literally pull that information and push it right into your systems that you use. And it'll have email, mobile number, all that stuff. That's the start of it right now. Where we want to take it next is we want to help people with helping approach the way of doing research versus prospecting so that you can work anywhere and be able to act and just read about someone and just act on it right there and sell with less steps.
And I imagine you allow the salesperson to replace some of that search time with more time on the phone with the customer.
Exactly. There are people that we talk with that we've talked to some sales teams. We save them 6 hours a week. So what they're doing is they don't have to go create a new lead in Salesforce. They don't have to create a new contact. They don't have to go look up and copy and paste the account name and go check Salesforce first. They can just do that right from LinkedIn or a company website, wherever they're working off of. And that's a really useful workflow for us. We actually found that if you reach out to someone, whether it's a cold call or cold email, and you open up talking about them instead of yourself, and you research them first, you're 11 times more likely to get a response. And that's really huge. Right. That's really what we're trying to do is help people with like focusing on that. Right. Data's nice, but it's kind of a commodity. So that's our approach sort of.
So given that rapid growth, you are also responsible for getting salespeople ready when they're on board.
Yeah.
What is the process for that?
So what we typically do is when we hire someone, we kind of have them go through a boot camp that we do. And our boot camp is consisted of showing examples of cold emails we've done. We listen to cold calls. We try and look at what they're doing and act off of that stuff. So for me, for example, I do a talk on how to get double-digit reply rates, and I'll show a system that we broke down. Good example, all forms of communication, these are kind of the 4 things we like. Why are you contacting me? How am I special to you? Who are you, and what do you want me to do with this thing you're doing, whether it's a cold call, cold email. All those 4 things, those actually stem into what the prospect's asking when you're communicating with them.
Right.
And the hard part that we have to work on is you start with that to increase your response rate. Then the next portion of the training, it usually takes a couple months, is figuring out how to take those responses that you get and convert them into opportunities. And we call that the qualification rate. Like,
Right.
what rate of responses can you turn into an opportunity afterward?
What is your percentage response rate you get on your own outreaches?
So this is like going to sound crazy. I can literally show you if you go to my computer. In my account, my life of prospecting, I have a 42% response rate.
Wow.
And that's doing phone, email. That's multi-touch though.
Right.
So like I'm not just writing someone an email and leaving. I usually will, if I write them an email and they don't get back to me, I'll call them. If they open my email, I'll call them. I'll make a video and personalize it. I also do a lot of outside the box stuff. Like I once grabbed my webcam, found a prospect, and grabbed my piano and literally wrote them a song and sent it to them. And that one booked 40% meetings when I did that. I did that for about 12 people one day.
What song did he pick?
I just made a song up. So I played piano and I was just like, oh, I'm going to write a couple songs up and do that. When I was at Dyn, I was going after CTOs and network engineers and stuff. I actually made music videos for them. So I had every rep give me like one account that they wanted to break into. I went to a recording studio with a couple reps that were musicians and we made a song for them and we went and made music videos for them. A couple weeks ago, we did a really cool campaign on LinkedIn. We have a pretty big following on LinkedIn of the stuff that we do. We did this thing where I wanted to break into Drift. Another account we wanted to break into is The Muse. We actually made a 90s style infomercial that was like a Billy Mays type thing about their company. We didn't even mention Lead IQ in it. Posted the video on LinkedIn and tagged the prospects. Both booked meetings with us. In fact, we just got off a call with one of them right now and it went really well.
How many instruments do you play?
I only can play piano mainly. I can play harmonica a little bit too.
Right.
But when I was a kid, I played a lot of piano. But the cool part about what we tell people when you're doing sales is no one grows up and says, boy, I can't wait to work in sales.
Right.
Everyone's got an interesting background and wanted to do something else.
Yes.
Like, what do you want to do?
I wanted to do, very early on, actually, when I was 9 years old, I had a list. And I said, number one, I want to have a hot dog stand.
Oh, that's cool.
Number two was I wanted to have a business like my grandmother who had a country inn. And number three was to create a newspaper.
Oh, cool. Well, the newspaper thing now would be really hard to do, right?
Yeah, but I created Selling Power magazine
Yeah.
many years later, and that was sort of a wish come true.
You're like a modern day, it's like Citizen Kane kind of. You're a media mogul. But think of it from this perspective, though. You didn't grow up and say, man, I want to work in sales.
No,
but what happens
no,
is we all accidentally fall into sales.
But we fell in love with sales.
Yeah, I love
right.
it. I obsess over prospecting and trying to think about like,
Right.
It sounds vain, but I always think, what do people think of me? And when you're writing a cold email,
Right.
doing a cold call,
Right.
and they book a meeting with you,
Right.
nothing feels better than actually booking that. I've actually never been a closer, by the way. So like a lot of my expertise is mainly on specializing in top of funnel prospecting stuff.
But the fact that you write music shows that you want to find a way to the prospect's heart.
Yeah, and that's exactly how I feel about it. If you're a rep or you're a VP of sales or something, you should do a talent audit. Send a survey out to your entire sales team and say, what did you do in your previous life? I've talked to people, there's a rep at Vidyard who does magic. And he'll record videos for
Right.
prospects and he'll make a coin disappear and light it on fire.
Right.
And like, he's into magic, but let's be honest,
Right.
it's really hard to make it as a magician.
It
So
is.
you have to
Yeah.
like think
Right.
of things that you have in a background that you could use
Right.
and do those things in sales to prove to the prospect they're special to you.
See, when Eli Cohen came out with his new book on sales enablement,
Yeah.
I bought a magic kit where I bought a book that when you open it, you click something and then all of a sudden the book is in flames.
Oh, that's cool.
And I put his cover around the book. So I said, here's Eli's book. It's so hot that, and then the flames come out. You have to read this book with a fire extinguisher.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's
And
like
put it on LinkedIn. It got like 10,000 views in 3 days.
I love doing stuff with LinkedIn
Right.
video too for us. One other thing we do is we'll film videos with our reps,
Uh-huh.
and then I'll take the list of people that the reps are prospecting from Lead IQ, and I'll go find like personal emails for them, and I'll actually retarget ads toward
Right.
their prospects
Right.
with them in it.
Right. That's awesome. See, the thing is that what I'm hearing from you is that you want to bring fun back to selling.
Oh, definitely.
So
Yeah.
because it's not a chore, and you make your humanity part of your sales and marketing message.
I want to make it so that people would hate to say no to me. There's two types of people in this world. There's people that drive pickup trucks, and then there's people that ask their friends to move stuff for them that have pickup trucks.
Right.
And the reason that whole ecosystem exists is because people hate saying no to people they like. And that's what it comes down to is when you're prospecting and selling to someone, you want to show that you care about the person, but you also want them to like you.
Right. Ryan, I'm beginning to like you.
Oh, this is just beginning. That's exciting. You guys are seeing sparks ignite here.
Right, exactly. So how can people learn more about Lead IQ?
Yeah, so the best thing to do, you can go to leadiq.com right now and you can try 100 free credits. Or I recommend you check us out in what we're doing on LinkedIn. Add us though on there. We're putting content out there about prospecting all the time. We show examples. We talk about our failures, our successes. It's very helpful stuff on prospecting.
Right. So I know that there's somebody out there who's watching that video right now who would like to get a song from you.
Oh, wow.
What do they need to do for you to write a song for that one person? There's only one person.
Intro me to your VP of sales, and I will write a song about you. It will be probably a short song, a minute long, and I'll probably have to get someone to sing for me because my voice is going. But I will do that. It's a good challenge. I like that.
Awesome.
Thank you very much.